Can AI replace cybersecurity jobs? Well, I don't think so. But Rajneesh, it has already killed many jobs, isn't it? Yes, but here is the situation. Cybersecurity is a high stake job. You see, human need human for accountability. You can't make ChatGPT or AI accountable for your work. You should use ChatGPT to simplify your cybersecurity job. How? I'll tell you how. Be with me till the end because I'm going to give you 10 use cases for cybersecurity jobs. So let's start with our very first use case. Okay. Um, so let's begin. The very first use case is to get the Splunk query. Okay. How to get it? Let me do that. Write a query. I'll write a Splunk query to detect lateral movement. Okay. And in the organization, when the lateral movement happened inside the network, it happened from one endpoint to another. And most of the cases we have endpoint security or antivirus installed, right? So we'll say we keep in mind we have, let's say, CrowdStrike. Okay, we have CrowdStrike install on all endpoint. Okay, hit enter. Let's see. Awesome. All right. Can you see this? We got a Splunk query. Again, this this is the detailed query, but again, you have to test yourself, run it in the lab environment first before you can execute it. But again, it's just a query, so it's not going to harm the network as well. But it is much more detail. Okay, so this works. Okay, let's move to the second use case. All right, so the second use case is to get the Ansible script for firewall automation. Okay, in our case, we'll consider Fortinet. Okay, so let's write an Ansible script for firewall audit. Let's say, okay, I want to do the firewall audit maybe for the PCI DSS compliance purpose. So I'll use the Ansible script, which is automation script. Okay, I have Fortinet, FortiGate. Sorry, FortiGate is the name of the firewall product. FortiGate firewall. Okay, then let's see. So cool is that? Right? Wonderful, wonderful. Can you see this? We are making use of this API, and yeah, I think we still have to verify. I have used the Ansible for Palo Alto long back, but I haven't tried for the Fortinet as of now. I haven't got a chance. So you will have to replace the FortiGate API username and password, and everything looks good. This will go and check each individual. This goes based on the best practices. The firewall policy count greater than 100. So you can possibly change some of the parameter as well. You do have an option. It checks for the duplicate policy name. So that's again an audit. It's doing a great job, it seems, right? Duplicate policy name, then check for any allow all policy. Wonderful. Check for any deny all policy. Check for policies without logging enabled. Correct. Check for policies with the weak encryption algorithm. Okay, check for policies without SSL inspection. Now it depends. If you don't have SSL inspection enabled by default, so it won't be needed, but again you have to check. But now the next question would be, if you have some more guidelines, policies while doing the audit, you can actually add those statements in the playbooks and you are good to go. So this works. Okay, 10 out of 10. Okay, so this is the second use case. Let's move to the third one. All right, so the third use case will be the incident report. Okay, so let's say you are a newbie. Okay, you just joined the organization. You don't know, your manager just asked you. You just work on an incident. Now your manager is asking you to create a report on it. Maybe it's a ransomware. Maybe it's a malware outbreak. Let's get some sample report, and then we can copy it on our Word document, modify some parameters. We're good to go. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, so say, write, or maybe give me a sample, give me a sample incident report. Okay, for a ransomware, or maybe let's say DDoS attack on one of my web server. Okay, and let's say you can say, I want to submit the report to my SOC manager. And let's say you also want to include the management folks as well, so you can say the non-tech stakeholder. Sorry. All right, so okay, this looks beautiful, isn't it? Date report prepared by Rajneesh Gupta or ChatGPT, submitted to SOC manager and the non-tech stakeholders. Incident overview, incident details, attack vector, affected systems, impact assessment, response and mitigation. Wow, this is cool. This is cool. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for sure. Okay, let's move to the fourth one. Okay, so the fourth one is on Wireshark. Let's say you have some traffic, the sample PCAP file. You want to detect an SQL injection attack out of that file. Okay, so you can say, write a Wireshark query to detect SQL injection attack. It should be quick. Wow. Okay. Okay. Right. So SQL injection is usually, yes. So you can see this goes in the get message, and then it looks at the HTTP content if it has any select keyword, because this SQL injection is SQL query, which is for malicious purpose. Okay, and if it contains union and contains dash dash. Awesome. I love this. You can even regenerate it if you don't like. So it probably generate a new one, possibly. Okay. Slight difference, but I think the earlier one should be perfect because it has double dash. So yeah, it works. I'll s- it's not complex one. It might not be able to detect the some of the complex SQL injection attacks. So I'll give probably 8.5 out of 10. All right. So let's move to the next use case. The next, this is the fifth use case. This is about data loss prevention. Okay, so you're working in the organization, let's say on any DLP software from Forcepoint or Symantec, or maybe Azure, or maybe any DLP software. Now you have to create a query, a regular expression to detect any SSN. Okay, so if anybody trying to share the SSN number or social security number over the email, you should be able to detect that. Usually it is there by default as a part of some sample and template regular expression, but you probably get it. Okay, if you understand this, then you can possibly create any kind of regular expression. Okay, so let's write a regular expression to detect SSN number shared over email for DLP softwares. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. You can even see ChatGPT is doing fabulous job. I mean, this even tells you it matches the a word boundary, showing the SSN is not a part of the large word. Matches the three digits. Matches the hyphen separator. Super. 10 out of 10. All right. Let's move to the next use case. All right, so this use case, this is the sixth use case. This is about malware analysis. So when you are working as a SOC analyst or security analyst, you get a malware sample or any suspicious file. Now your job is to find the hash of it, the MD5 hash, in most of the cases, and then you match that hash file either on the virus total or any threat intelligence feeds. Okay, so let's do it. Let's try to find let's create a Python script ourselves on our system to run that script and find the MD5 hash quickly. With PowerShell, there is an inbuilt functionality, but in the rest of the cases for Linux we can use the Python script. Okay, so let's do this. Write a Python script to calculate MD5 hash of a file. Wonderful. Hashlib is the module which should be used. Wonderful. 10 out of 10. Brilliant job. Okay. Let's move to the next use case. All right, so the seventh use case is about a more of management side, more of security programs. What kind of a program? The most popular program is the ISO 27001 ISMS. Okay, so let's say you just join and you don't have much knowledge about ISO audits or ISO 27001 framework. So you probably your manager just started the conversation on it, and now you want to be that cyber hero who can talk on the same frequency. So one thing that you can do is probably you can search on the internet and try to get more information about it. The best way would be the chat gpt. You can just ask chat gpt to give you a checklist for ISO 27001. That's it. Let's see. Awesome. Can you see? The first section is leadership and management. The checklist is top management, commitment and support, scope and policies, defining the scope of ISMS. All right. All right. This is going on. Now this actually gives you a context. Now you just have to remember number some of the important one, which is asset management is the very important segment. Then we have access control, operational security, physical security, communication security, BCP, the business continuity management, disaster recovery, very important. Compliance, of course. Okay, so now you get the clear idea. Now you get at least basic idea to talk to your manager that this is these are the entire activity you probably have to go through. All right, so this is not some script, but this is kind of a checklist or document which is very very helpful. All right, so 10 out of 10 for sure. Let's move to the next use case. The eighth use case is again back to queries. So you are either on firewalls on or any of the servers. You want to capture some traffic, the TCP traffic. You want to analyze what's happening on the transport layer. You can make use of TCP dump. Okay, so TCP dump can capture the TCP traffic. So, well, it can be a firewall. It can be checkpoint firewall, Juniper firewall, anything. You can ask to write a TCP dump query to capture traffic from any IP to destination IP, maybe 10 10.10.10.1 on port TCP 80 and 443. Okay, and that's it. Let's see. All right, as expected. Wonderful. So that's the command. So this is going to work. This is going to work on the server for sure, because usually on the firewalls, sudo is not needed. Okay, so for sure 10 out of 10. All right, so let's move to the next use case. All right, so the ninth use case is for OS query. OS query is powerful. It can give you the detail about all your machine, about any softwares you are running. So it's even possible with the Active Directory, but OS query is very, very powerful. It's just work like regular SQL query. Okay, so let's write this query. So you can say, let's say your manager asks you to give you the report of all the all the endpoints or computer running a specific software. Let's say it's a manage engine software, maybe desktop central. Okay, so write an os query write an os query maybe, but it's okay. Let's see, ChatGPT can understand. Okay, write an os query to find all the endpoints running software manage engine desktop central. Okay, uh, I'm not really that satisfied with this, but you can actually ask to regenerate. Okay, this might work, but see, this depends. If the desktop central software name can is changed, then you want. I mean, it depends on the software name. Okay, so this might keep changing. So you can regenerate and see if it's giving you the right response. Again, I'm not really satisfied, because if the manage engine, the company itself, updates something into the name of the file, name of their software package, it won't be able to detect that. Okay, so you have to go back and do some research. I think ChatGPT might not be having more information about it. Okay, but you can even do that for any other software. Let's say I copy it, paste it, and now let's look for maybe simple one, AnyDesk. Okay, anyone who has the AnyDesk on their machine, I should get that. This might work. Okay, so uh, I think you get it. You can keep trying it. You probably get the better result. Okay. So this was the ninth. Uh, I can't give 10 out of 10, because I'm not sure if it can detect. It's covering all the exceptions as well. So probably 9 out of 10. Let's move to the 10th use case. 10th use case is about Yara rule. If you are into SOC analyst, or you are an aspirant, you definitely be knowing about Yara. Yara is very powerful for malware analysis. So what you can do is, we can actually get the signatures of the malware with the Yara rules. Okay, so we can say write Yara Yara rule to detect any specific ransomware, maybe WannaCry, or maybe uh, uh, I don't know how to spell it, but yeah, Yuk ransomware. Okay, let's see. So that's the format of Yara. It actually has metadata and then string. Okay, again, you have to verify this, right? This program and this Xcode, you have to verify this. But as far as I remember, this looks correct, but I'll still try to verify it one more time. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is useful. You can even try for any other ransomware as well, and then you can run it in your network and try to see if the system is actually is been infected by the same ransomware or not. Okay, or same malware or not. Okay, so this was pretty long. I know, 10 use cases. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any question in the comment section. I would love to answer that. Thank you.